Everyone, it's Libby from Maighstir Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people. It's WORIMI, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. And I nearly skipped to say it is such a beautiful day outside. Yes, universal energies, it's a beautiful day outside. Nearly put a summer dress on, but yeah, maybe tomorrow. Anyhow, entertainment only. What I want to have a look at in this particular video. Now, my guides were pretty chatty with me last night in the shower. Ooh, seems to be their favourite location. But I gather it's something to do with the water actually improves connectivity with your guides, but also the fact that usually when I'm in the shower, I'm doing something so boringly mundane that my brain is empty, whether that be washing my hair or my teeth or, you know, bit of underarm or something like that. It means that they can actually get through in some vacant brain space for a change. Now, what they were telling me very much so was that in the US, what is going to happen, they had two words, turf war. So I think it's now time, despite a lot of us having said, you know, get out and protest if you think safe enough and all the rest of it. Now might be a time to just hold back. I know there are big protests planned for this weekend coming up. I believe, if I'm correct, I may be wrong. If you're going to go in a group. Make sure you have you know, important phone numbers actually written on you in permanent ink somewhere that you can cover up with some clothes later. Because yeah, they just kept repeating it to me last night, turf war. What is happening, pretty much like, and this morning I was saying, okay, like as in who, and they were very much talking about bandidos versus comancheros. If you're not in Australia, and I do apologise that I trip over the name because it's not my usual territory. Bandidos and the comancheros are two quite aggressive bikie gangs in Australia. Now, they both love their Harley Davidsons. They both love riding, wearing, you know, leather with patches, etc. They're both involved in allegedly drug trafficking and, you know, a lot of illegal stuff that goes on, allegedly, potentially. And they're not very nice people from my point of view. Those who know them probably think they're lovely. But what I'm getting is, yeah, very much like a bikie turf war happening, which is, you know, tit for tat before it's just full in coming together. Okay, so what is actually happening in the US? I haven't watched Erica Kirk's video, and I'm not going to. Very much entertainment. I'm just so disgusted at those that actually, yes, she probably did agree to go up in front of the camera and give her speech, but this is a woman who will be just in shock, in grief, in heartbreak, in, you know, just a really, really awful mental position. And for those that prompted her to take the step, it's just despicable. What's happening is you've got the you know, the Vances, you know, turning up, or the Air Force too, and making all smoochy noises to her, and then you've got the orange twerp on the other side going, oh, he was a great friend, I'm going to do this for him and I'm doing that for him, and oh, by the way, doesn't the ballroom look good? And then you've got the Kirk followers versus the Fuentes followers. Time to stay out of it. Hop in your bunker, plant your seeds in the garden, spend some time with the family that you choose to spend time with, and just stay out of the way is what I'm really getting. Because let them have at it, which is what I'm getting that they're going to do. Now, the case is starting to rapidly unravel against Tyler Robinson. I've posted some details in my post section. If you go to either the pink circle or Meister Tarot under any video. It'll take you to the main page and you'll find the post section. The footage that the FBI put out of the suspect running across the roof, there was no weapon, no sight of a weapon. I'm pretty sure he didn't have it down his pants when he was running and jumping. So that okay, I'm going to backtrack a little bit. What's basically happening is things are starting to get questioned, and when they're questioning, oh, shock, horror, let's find an answer for it. Not the other way around. The other way around should really be, let's find the evidence. What they're trying to do is they're trying to make the evidence or supposed evidence fit the narrative instead of the evidence dictating the narrative. So basically, oh, you know, the rifle must have been broken down, put in a backpack or something along those lines. Well, why then was it found assembled in the woods, wrapped in a towel? Pretty sure somebody trying to escape is not going to sit down, reassemble, and then wrap it in a towel and then supposedly, allegedly try and hide it. In the initial report of the weapon, there was no mention of a scope or any form of optics. Then, of course, when the questions started getting asked, all of a sudden a photo turned up of it with a scope on. Apparently, allegedly, at the time that Tyler, I keep going Kyle because Kyle Rittenhouse, but at the time that Tyler was allegedly fleeing to his parents' house, it turns out he was actually online with his mates, joking about a doppelganger having performed the incident. Now, that doesn't sound like somebody who's actually just unalived someone and is fleeing from the authorities, joking around online. And what's now come out is that apparently he's not cooperating with the authorities and he has made no confession. Despite all this news coming out saying he confessed, apparently no confession, and he's saying, I didn't do it. Okay, just putting that all out there. What I want to have a look at is I want to see, this is very JFK grassy knoll type feels. I am concerned that the young man might meet an untimely end to wrap it up like the supposed alleged person that took out JFK back in the day. There's just so much not adding up both then and now. Doesn't help that Patel apparently fired the Utah head of FBI 3 days beforehand. And we're having mass exodus from those that are actually in the FBI and the DOJ who want no part of this. So what deck am I going to use? I'm just going to use the plain old simple Smith-Waite Tarot deck. It's the easiest to understand. What question do I want to ask? Assuming I can get into it. There it is. See, I didn't get at the time that it was this young man, and I still don't feel that it was this young man. What you'll notice is there's a lot of online carry-on, apparently now there's trans roommates and all sorts of absolute nonsense. Basically what's happening is the far right are trying to twist themselves into pretzels to try and make the narrative fit, and it's not. It's like trying to put a glove on your foot, unless it's a foot glove, but yeah, it just does not fit. Doesn't matter how hard they try and force it. The actual facts that are coming out don't fit the narrative that they're putting out there. And yeah, we've got this emotional overwhelming and the judgment card. So what I just suggest is probably stay offline in regards to comments about this. what's happening. Be aware, but I very much just stay out of the way, because the two four factions, I'm going to say four factions. So the Orange Twerp and Vance are both desperately trying to get Kirk's followers on their side. They're not going to. They were Kirk followers, not Vance followers, not Twerp followers. And then you've got the Fuentes followers as well. Uh, oh boy, oh boy. So let's have a look. Let's have a look. So the New York Times, there was an article, it is behind a firewall, but I think Marianne from Revealing Light might on her social media pages have a gift article about the doppelganger comments. The BBC has the article about the not cooperating. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Oh, and how quick did they whip Kirk out of Utah? So was there an autopsy done? An independent autopsy? Okay, let's have a look. Aside from everything else, what do you guys need us to know? What do you guys, okay, I'm going to do an energies reading. They're showing me the spread. It's just a slightly different reading than what I usually do. I'll talk you through it. What do you need us to know in regards to what is happening after this event? The guides know what I'm yapping about, so come on down. I'm sure you know what I'm yapping about without explanation. Right, the signifier card. Everything is going to be exposed. It's all coming out. Can't hide it. There will be no hiding it. There is this naivety that they can get away with what they're doing, but the horse ain't moving anywhere. It's all going to be revealed. I don't believe Tyler Robinson did it. I said that on the other day. Was it Friday or Thursday or whichever day I read on it? Yeah, the math ain't mathing. So let's have a look. The second signifier, it's not a challenge card, it's a second signifier, sorry. Excuse my words. My guides are yapping to me while I'm trying to talk, and it means the words don't come out on occasion. If you hear them, put in a timestamp, because it is nice to have, for others to have confirmation about it. So the second signifier is there is just going to be a lot of news come out about this, a lot of individual pieces of news that when they come together are going to form a whole, and it's all going to come out at different stages and times, so there's a lot of news that's going to come forward. Nothing individually is going to be huge, but if you combine them, yes, they will be. So what's going on? Oh, the energy behind the scenes. Yep, absolutely. Toxic energy. The energy behind the scenes. You don't need me to explain this card. This is absolutely what we're talking about in regards to the turf wars with these, I'm going to call them different tribes. If you're elsewhere in the world, it's sort of a bit like the Hells Angels taking on the mongrel mob or something like those. The turf wars, absolutely. But the energy behind the scene is just this evil energy. And the smoke and mirrors. Smoke and mirrors, trying to delude, trying to confuse. Absolutely. So that's the energy behind the scenes, trying to sow confusion, trying to pull the wool over eyes, trying to fog the truth. Okay, what's coming out of this energy? Out of this devil energy, we got the Six of Cups. It is about a gift that is being offered from the past. Both wearing red hats. So this might be about the energy coming out is trying to appeal to Kirk's supporters. I love the figure in the background there wearing his blue shirt, walking away. This is not yours to be involved in. I cannot emphasize that enough. This is not for you to be involved in at this time. Keep your head down, stay out of it. But yeah, this is an attempt to get Kirk's supporters, perhaps naively, but also this gift in the past to do so. Last week's gift to try and get the supporters, what's coming out of this confusion. We've got the King of Cups. He keeps popping up and a lot of us readers can't work out who the heck he is. Out of this confusion, who is this King of Cups that is bringing forward this message? It might be somebody, a leader trying to bring calm to the situation, or it could simply be somebody stepping in to take the throne on the stormy seas and emotionally appeal. It's not Vance, it's not the twerp. I don't know this. I mean, it could be Fuentes. I don't know his birth date or anything like that. But here is this figure that is stepping forward, trying to take control in this confusion, to emotionally set up as the new leader. Now, I don't get that Erica is going to take her husband's place on the podcast, but it feels like there's some battling going on. Another name that was put forward was Danica Patrick. Hadn't heard of her. It's going to be interesting space to watch, but I just whoever takes over Kirk's podcast, I just don't think they're going to have success. Okay, the energy hanging over, the karma hanging over the situation, coming out of this in the past, this behind the scenes and the energy out of the scenes, the karma is the Two of Swords. Blindfolded, unable to see the truth, blocking oneself off from the truth, not choosing to see reality. Okay, let's see where this goes. And observing overseas, a plan being brought to fruition. The ships are sailing out. I suspect whoever undertook this was out of the country within hours. But yeah, standing on the knoll with the three wands, which is about messaging and plans. And to me, this is about, two is the planning. This is the plan coming to fruition and watching the ships go out. Could also be the FBI itself, blindfolded and dumbfounded, as the perp is already gone. Okay, the outcome, the Chariot. It's my military card. Can also mean chaotic movement forward. Okay, could mean National Guards in more states in the streets. I said the other day that I believe the Orange Twerp has lost control of ICE. And just like the mustachioed man did in the 1930s. Prime example is arresting the South Koreans, and then the Orange Twerp begging for the South Koreans to stay, and the South Koreans saying, nah. I mean, they were shackled like slaves in chains and cuffs. No, they were out of here. So he might declare martial law. He might put more National Guard troops on the streets. Let's see where this goes. And then we've got the Wheel of Fortune, the wheel turning. I mean, this could be the military itself having their wake-up moment as flags are being flown at half-mast for this person who, nobody deserved what happened to him, but he was an absolute spewer of hatred and anti-vets. Oh gosh, and what about Fox with saying that basically the homeless should be injected to make them unalive? I mean, how many vets are homeless due to PTSD that isn't being treated because the mental health program's absolutely been decimated? Just, what is happening is just unbelievable. But the outcome, two major arcana, the Chariot and the Wheel of Fortune. The Queen of Cups, trying to keep a lid on things, which makes me suspect it might be martial law. And then we've got the Temperance card. Look, it's three major arcana and a court card to end up with. Temperance, pouring back and forth, trying to create something new. But I don't think it's going to work with that Four of Cups. People aren't buying it. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. People aren't buying what the White House and the FBI are selling, because there will be secrets being revealed as I lift the top off the deck to start shuffling back in. Secrets revealed, manipulation, Queen of Swords, internal strategy. Okay, the more that comes out, the more agencies that are involved, the more it isn't adding up. So tell me about Tyler Robinson. What do we need to know about Tyler Robinson? I'm not going to go any further. I'm not going to go any further. Oh, far out. Okay. What else do we need to know? Tell us about the turf war. How's that going to play out? How's the turf war going to play out? The Fuentes versus the Kirks versus the Vances versus the Orange Twerp. What do we need to know about that? Is there anything we need to know? Overseas planning. Overseas was part of the plan. I'm not getting Mossad. I'm getting FSB, but I'm happy to be wrong. Show me. Yeah, money changed hands. Money changed hands. Planning overseas. So the energy that they're stewing in at the moment is it is turning into a nightmare situation, as it is literally unraveling. Now, I'm getting more a sense of urgency that things that I have warned you about in the past. I meant to have a look to see where the Nimitz was today. New York subways, madmen pressing buttons, etc. Yeah, I'm just feels like we are getting to that stage. So please, yeah, just step back. It's not your fight. This is not your fight. Okay, come on down. What do we need to know about the turf war? We've got here the Magician shining a light on the path going forward, investigation. There will be some investigation in the past, attempting to harvest what the seeds that they have sown, but disappointment in that harvest. So I don't think the followers are switched over, and I don't think they're going to, and we've got the unraveling happening here. Crowning this reading, finding themselves as more and more messaging comes out about this that doesn't add up, finding themselves with their backs up against the wall, bruised and beaten up, etc. Wondering, what next? This is also the battle that is happening. Okay, Two of Cups working across the aisle, or two parties joining together, or can be making an offer. So who's coming together here? This might be Congress actually coming together. This is surprising. Okay, let's see where it goes, because externally there's action being taken. It's also my card for the lawmakers. Externally, some sort of an announcement coming from the lawmakers. We've got here internally a false victory. Okay, I'm going to have a bit of a closer look in regards to this. I'll get another deck to have a look, because internally this is someone declaring victory, but they're not being celebrated. They're not being applauded. Okay, volatile information coming out is in the fear. There is a fear of the information coming out that is volatile and explosive. Okay, the outcome. Queen of Pentacles, internally looking at values in the face of this delusional energy. And we have the higher authorities, the higher hierophant. Don't tell me that Congress actually grow a backbone. Could also be delusion being put out by the government. No, I think it's going to be seen as the false narrative's going to come out, because the government, okay, thank you, FBI, DOJ, they've put out this smoke and mirrors, these false statements that are now coming out as untrue. They're going to find that Homeland Security possibly as well, which is known, but they're going to be on the back foot trying to defend their position. We've got the Star of Hope and Healing as Page of Cups, the young person bringing unexpected information, and the wheel turning. Whoever this is, the King of Cups, used to be my Biden card, hasn't been for a long time, might be we the people, demanding justice with that Queen of Swords. Just seeing what's on the bottom. You've got the Hermit, you've got the Fool, you've got the lies, stealing, cheating, you've got the Two of Swords, the blindfold off, trying to fend off the truth, but the messaging that's coming out is just going to be way too much and chaotic. You've got the Eight of Swords. This could be Tyler imprisoned, being tied up, or it could simply be those that have been foolishly lying find themselves in prison. An announcement coming from the White House, a rah-rah-rah announcement, the High Priestess, hidden agendas, the world, but things are coming to an end. You've got that Eight of Wands again, that they're trying to keep a lid on the information, but I don't think it's going to work with that Four of Swords. They're going to have to retreat. Now, do not be surprised if Patel loses his job over this, for the incompetence of the FBI. But I'm going to leave that there, because there any last thing you need us to know? Any last thing? How's this going to go for the orange twerp? How is this going to go for the orange twerp when it all unravels big time? Now, you got to remember, Kirk, okay, a few of you said, oh, but he stopped pushing on the X-Files. He did for a day. And then the following day, which was literally 2 days or 3 days before it all happened, he started up again. He said, that was yesterday, today, yeah, no. So, release the files. Okay, let's have a look. How's this going to go down for the orange twerp? What's going to happen with the orange twerp? You then got the abuse of power, And you've got the investigation and the wheel turning. It is not going to end well for him. Okay. Because I think that they're just not buying. So you've got this young person coming out with something unexpected. You've got the devil energy. You've got the tower. You've got the hanged man. You've got the harsh truth coming forward about overseas, the planning or something from overseas. Okay, be aware, look after your own turf, keep your head down, let them at each other, don't get in the way, and put your plan together for how you would like the world to be after this is all over. Okay, love to you all. Take care.